Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I have been brewing on this idea for quite I'd say a couple of weeks. I've got no makeup on, as you can tell. I have just got out of the shower and put my hair in a bun, so I'm looking devastatingly gorgeous right now. And I just wanted to make myself feel good, talk to you about what's been on my mind as this video. Let's just get ready as I talk, because otherwise I'm going to be sitting here and the video will be done and I have like eyebrows on, and then that'll be it. I'll put all the products that I'm using down in the description bar below. I recently watched a couple of Hannah Louise post some videos. I mean, I watch all of her videos, but a couple of them really resonated with me, or really got me thinking, to the point where I was making notes on my phone at 1 AM in bed, just chilling, writing an entire script in my phone. So if you see me looking down here for reference, I have made notes and I kind of want to take you through my thoughts. I'm going to zoom you in as well so you can see what's happening. Yeah, so Hannah Louise posted a couple of videos. One of them was the fantasy self. I'll see if I can link them in the eye, perhaps. I can link them in the eye. She did a video called the fantasy self, and what was it? I met a guy who hates shopping. And in traditional Hannah Louise posts and format, she had prepped this video. She articulated her point very, very well. And these videos kind of made me ask myself the question of why I shop. And I'm not talking like the food shop. I'm talking about shopping for clothes, for makeup, for things, for materialistic things that one does not need. And as I was watching these videos, I was asking myself why I enjoy shopping so much and what would happen if I stopped shopping. And obviously when I talk about stopping shopping, I'm talking about buying materialistic things that I do not need to continue my life, you know, I'm not talking about when things break or things like that. I'm talking about buying 14 eyeshadow palettes in one order, or buying another foundation when I already have 30 in my drawer. I'm talking about that sort of level of shopping. Hannah kind of depicted shopping as filling a void and continually searching for something better by shopping and shopping and shopping. And I thought this was a really interesting concept. So the continual purchasing and purchasing, and maybe if I buy this thing it will make me happy, or it will be the thing that changes my life. And I'll be honest, I totally resonate with that, because when I purchase things I'm like, oh, that's going to change my life. And maybe not like that deep, or perhaps I don't say those exact words, but when I purchase an eyeshadow palette I'm like, this is going to make me so happy. This is going to get me excited. And I think at one point of my life, that was very true. When I bought a new jumper, or I bought a new dress, or I bought a new lipstick, it would be the thing I focused on all week. I'd be parading it round, showing everyone, wearing it every day, taking pics in it, looking at it, loving it, the whole thing, the whole shebang. But nowadays, probably not so much, and I find that really intriguing that my shopping has probably increased, but the level of satisfaction that I get out of it has probably decreased, which is really interesting because it's kind of gone it's crossed it over. I've continued shopping more and my level of satisfaction has come down, and I'm not sure why. When Hannah talked about filling the void of happiness with shopping, I was kind of thinking to myself, yeah, I probably have a certain level of unhappiness or dissatisfaction in which I'm trying to fill, perhaps, or purchase my way out of. And honestly, it's nothing deep, but sometimes the joy of purchasing a thing can give me this boost of serotonin and make me feel so happy. But I think when you're purchasing a thing, I don't know, I feel like there's a level of serotonin that I get upon receiving that thing, and I think the more and more you purchase, it doesn't give the same hit anymore. But I feel like when I used to buy one jumper or one lipstick and feel completely satisfied and excited, now I feel like I have to purchase a whole thing, a whole haul. I feel like I can't just purchase one thing to feel satisfied with the feeling of receiving something. I've got to receive a whole amount of things to get that same feeling that I used to when I received one thing. And that's not good. So I feel like these videos really resonated with me, and that's kind of my thought process. I think over time I'm just getting less and less satisfaction and less joy when the doorbell rings and I know it's my order at the door. So we then get into this complex of purchasing something for serotonin now isn't working, but I'm still purchasing stuff. So then we think about when purchasing hasn't done the job and I feel discontented. And I don't mean discontented with life. I feel discontented by the aspiration of what my life was going to be with this object, or or how I was going to feel with this new thing coming in my life. I feel discontented by the aspiration of that. Which then kind of leads on to the video of the fantasy self that Hannah did, and asking myself, what is my fantasy self? What do I want to be? What's the aspiration for me? Why do I keep buying these things? Like, is it to be something? Is it to prove something? Is it to look a certain way? Is it to live a certain way? In Hannah's video, she discussed her fantasy self as she wanted to be someone who wore really chunky knitwear, and so to become that person who wore chunky knitwear, she had to first buy the jumpers that she wanted to wear, which sometimes meant a bit more of an expensive knit, so she had to save up for that thing and not compromise on the thing that she wanted, the aspiration that she wanted. And secondly, she had to wear those jumpers. She had to, you know, in order to become the person that wore chunky knitwear, she had to wear chunky knitwear. And yeah, this whole thing, I know this sounds so simple, but it blew my mind in the sense of, oh my god, yeah, what am I trying to be? What am I trying to get? What is the aspiration of me purchasing, honestly, so much makeup and so many clothes? Like, what's the goal here? So I kind of stripped it back and I thought, okay, what sort of person am I? I'm the sort of person that has a million hobbies. I'm not sure if it's like a neurodivergent thing, I've not been medically diagnosed, but I am the person that starts 10 things and struggles to finish one of them. And I don't like it about myself. I don't like not being able to finish things. Like, I can't finish things, but I'm too interested in the next thing to properly finish the first thing unless I'm properly invested in it. I would just start a million things at once and it would just be like a lot. It'll be a lot. But being that person that has so much on all the time, like, I am my own worst enemy. I almost invite thousands of things to happen in my life at one time. I'm always quite a busy person. I always have lots of hobbies. I always want to get involved with lots of things, which of course I feel is a positive sometimes, but also can be a negative in the sense of I never feel accomplished because I'm never fully in one thing. And you might have noticed that I've been posting a little bit less on YouTube recently, which frustrates the hell out of me because I aspire to be that person with a proper routine and I'm uploading, la 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 la. But equally I also aspire to be the person that plays video games with her friends a couple of nights a week. I also aspire to be someone that cooks all the time, and I do, but I just aspire to it on a different level, and I don't know why. Trying new recipes and constantly filling my fridge and cleaning it all aesthetically. I think the fact that I love everything is almost a detriment to me sometimes. I am never bored, and I love that about myself. I feel like that really strong positive is also such a negative in the sense of I feel really unaccomplished a lot of the time. Even when I finished my degree, I had this massive sense of relief when I finished that. You better believe I was like, I'm so proud, I finished it. It's a massive sense of relief because I'd done it. But there's also a small amount of me that felt like, okay, I've done this now, ticked the box, what's next? I don't know how to word this because getting a degree is an achievement. But I didn't feel a sense of achievement in the sense of well, that's it. Those were my goals in life. I'm here. I felt like it was just okay, cool, well done me, little mini hand clap. What's next? I felt the exact same when I got the job that I really wanted. I changed jobs back end of last year and I was like, great, happy, tick the box. Now what? Which kind of then circles back to the whole idea of the fantasy self. What do I fantasize myself looking like? What do I fantasize myself being like? When I was watching Hannah's videos, there was a comment that really struck me. I don't know if it resonated, but it struck me in a way that I was like, damn. And it said, shopping is an addiction or compulsion that is incompatible with living your life. Just think about that for a moment. Whoever wrote that, goddamn. Big brain energy right there. What I took from that comment was shopping for things, buying things that you think will either fill a void or make you become something. It just won't happen. Buying new pots and pans doesn't mean that you're going to be a brilliant chef. Buying a new lipstick isn't going to give you a new personality, a newfound confidence. Buying a new pair of jeans isn't going to change your figure. So when I saw this comment that said that shopping was incompatible with trying to live your life. Yeah, I don't know, it just really struck me. It made me think about my own life. It made me think about my own shopping habits. I feel, I mean, this is so crazy, I feel a sense of achievement when I walk away from a shopping trip with nothing. I recently went shopping with Jake, who's my partner, and he really needed some new jeans. He had one pair of jeans, and I don't know how this has happened. I was like, with me as your girlfriend? Like, how have I only noticed that you had one pair of jeans? Says the girl who has like 11 pairs of jeans, 15 pairs of trousers, 13 white tops. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have one of anything. And like, that you could ask many questions about. And yeah, he said to me, we were sitting on the sofa, and he said, I'd quite like to go shopping for a couple of pairs of jeans. I'd like to try them on, and I'd like to buy a couple of nice pairs that are going to last me and fill that void. He didn't use the word fill the void, but you know, he was buying these jeans because the ones he had were just a pair of black skinny jeans that had a hole in the crotch, and I didn't realise they were his only pair. And he was like, I think it's time that I went out and bought some new basics for my wardrobe. So he had this like list in his head he wanted. So, you know, I'm going shopping with Jake, and I was very excited about the prospect of finding him all these things that he wanted. And I don't know, I was just excited for him to have those things. I love shopping. I love perusing the racks and having a look at what's available, catching a deal where I can. I love to catch a deal. I don't know what that stems from, if you can read any deeper into that, but I do love looking at a sale and seeing what I can get for like not full price. And in true Jake fashion, he had an idea of what he wanted. He was open to new possibilities, but he thought, right, M&S, going to get our jeans, and if I can't find them, we'll go to Next. And he went into M&S, tried on like literally the second pair of jeans he saw. They fitted nicely. He went, right, I'll have them. And I was like, you're not going to go to Next and try them on, see if they're a bit cheaper? And he went, nope, I'm content with these. These are perfect. These will do the job. He bought 2 pairs in 2 different colours, and he walked out of that shop happy. And I was like double taking. I couldn't believe that he'd just found these jeans, tried them on, they'd fit, and that was it. That was the shopping trip in that shop over. And the exact same thing happened when we went into Next. You know, he found the other bits and he went, this'll do, perfect, went to checkout, bought it. There was no faffing around. And I think the last place we went to was River Island, and he found this overshirt. And I said to him, you know, ASOS could do them probably a bit cheaper, and maybe we should check online, and maybe we should do, you know, I was going through all the options that were available. And he held up this shirt and he said, nope, this fits. It's exactly what I wanted. It's a colour that I like. This'll do. And in that shopping trip of about 2 hours, I had purchased nothing. And I felt really proud of myself, to the point where I said to Jake, I haven't bought anything. And he looked at me as if to go, okay, like, congratulations. But it really struck me that I had this sense of achievement and pride through resisting purchasing stuff that I had no agenda on purchasing before I came out. Jake had his list of things that he wanted, the 2 pairs of jeans, the belt, the shirt, and maybe a nice jumper or something to go out in. And I had no list. And he had a list and he got everything he needed, and I had no list, and I didn't purchase anything, but I was open to the idea of picking up some random stuff if I thought it was nice. And I resisted that urge when I was in Superdrug, when I saw some nice nail polishes from Barry M, and I was like, oh, they look pretty. And I thought, no, I don't need them. And I walked away. And that gave me more sense of achievement than it probably would have if I had purchased something. You know, the fantasy self, we circle back to this idea of what would I like to be, what do I need to do to be the person I want to be. And actually I've decided I don't want to be the person that has absolutely everything, hoarding up my life. I don't want to be the person with a messy room anymore. I've been that person my entire life. I live in a bit of a pit because I just have too much stuff all the time. I've never not had too much stuff. And, you know, it's funny, and I can joke with people that also say to me, Megan, you have too much stuff. Megan, you know, you've had a messy room since you were a child. And, you know, all these things. I am a messy person, but I don't like to be that. And I think sometimes I purchase things that are pretty, that are neat looking, because the aspiration, the Pinterest board in my head is very clean, it's aesthetic, it's the goal. And if my goal is to be this person who's very put together, this is a big goal. If the goal is to be put together, to have pretty things, to be using pretty things, you know, to have my makeup and outfits put together every day, and to be someone with an aesthetic house, I need to not have everything, because sometimes having mood board of everything you need to have an aesthetic life can be quite messy. And I think I have got that. I've got all the options that I want to be, this ever-changing person who has a million hobbies, and being a person with an Alice band or a hair bubble in every different colour to go with every different outfit. You know, the possibilities are endless because I have 1,000 bloody eyeshadows. That's great, and I really enjoy that to some extent. But then there's this negative side of it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of clutter. And yeah, I don't know, like I think through watching Hannah's videos and asking myself all these questions and understanding that, you know, when I went on that shopping spree with Jake for a couple of hours and I picked up nothing and I had this massive sense of achievement. I know that sounds probably a little bit tragic for some, but it made me understand that I think my fantasy self is being someone that's quite put together, who expresses themselves, because I do like lots of different things. I don't think that I'm very predictable, and I do like different things every single day. I don't like routine. I think that having a variety of things is fine, but I need to stop having so much. And for me, shopping still does bring me joy, and I don't want to stop shopping. When Hannah discussed her no-buy year, and for reference, if you haven't seen Hannah Louise Poston's videos, she did a no-buy year, and I think she's done that a couple of years, not in a row, but she did a no-buy year. Like she didn't buy a single thing, like that she didn't need. No piece of makeup, no piece of clothes, anything. She just repurchased if it ran out, you know. She said that when she stopped purchasing, she found herself the most content with her life. And I've got to say, I don't think me stopping shopping completely, it makes me laugh when I say stopping shopping, it's rhyming and it's making me laugh inside. But I don't think that's going to make me happy, if I'm honest, because I really do enjoy shopping and I really do enjoy receiving something. But I think with the magnitude and the, I was going to say consistency, but the pace maybe is the right word for consumption, I'm getting that kick less and less. And it's just something I've got to be aware of, I think. I've just consumed so much recently and I've done so many hauls, and I've got so many hauls more to come because I've just ordered more. I've got to kind of be more cognizant of this and just become a bit more aware that just because something does bring me joy, the more I do it, the less joy it's going to bring me. A quote from her video that I wrote down was, she was trying to shop her way out of her life into something she liked better. And genuinely I think that's a little bit me. I'm trying to shop my way into this very, I don't know, the aesthetic that's in my head, this Pinterest board of things that I love, this ever-changing personality of waking up one day and feeling colourful and waking up another day and feeling like a complete potato and feeling fine with that. Waking up one day and wanting to game. Waking up one day wanting to garden, like to cook, to do all these things. It's okay for me to love a bit of everything, but I think when I'm trying to shop my way into every single possible avenue of all those hobbies, that means I have a lot of stuff. I've definitely got to become a bit more aware of that and speak to myself every single time when I go to click checkout. I feel like I'm quoting her videos like it's some sort of essay, but she said, I didn't have to do anything to love my life in the small ways and appreciate the small moments. And she was saying that in context of when she stopped shopping and saying she didn't actually have to do anything to really enjoy her life. She didn't have to buy something to enjoy. You know, like I didn't have to buy another pan to continue to enjoy cooking. I don't have to buy another eyeshadow palette to continue enjoying eyeshadow. And I think that's something that really, again, it hit me and I thought, damn, I don't need more things to enjoy something that I already enjoy. I don't need every single thing on the market. I don't need to have every single colourful jumper to express the fact that I like colourful jumpers. I know this video is probably quite rambly, and I am sorry if it is, but we'll see in editing when I'm having an absolute nightmare trying to piece my words together. I kind of wanted to ask myself the question, and for you guys viewing, if you are the same as me and love shopping and feel like it's kind of getting a bit out of control and you don't quite know why, is why did I start shopping? What or how would I feel if I stopped shopping? What would I lose by not shopping? An intrinsic part for me is just because I earn a nice salary, that means I can pay my bills and save, doesn't mean that I have to have this feeling of I deserve to buy something because I'm good with my money. I deserve to buy something because I worked hard this month. I feel like I want to just feel like I deserve to be happy, and I know I do. I want to feel like I deserve to be happy and contented without buying something. I want to go out and spend time with my friends and spend my money on a meal or spend my money doing something as a hobby. I don't mind spending my money, but I just don't want to be buying things just because I feel like I deserve to spend my money and buy stuff. Again, it goes back to that thing of I don't need to buy another frying pan to continue to like cooking. It's not going to make me a better cook. You know, if my pans need throwing away because they're old, then that's a different story, but I don't need to buy another pan. I don't need to buy another lipstick to enjoy makeup. I can just be contented with what I have, and I don't need to buy something just because I deserve to enjoy the money that I earn. I think for me, honestly, my next steps are to kind of take a step back with my life and not feel so overwhelmed by everything I've got going on. Like I said, I have 1,000 hobbies. Like, honestly, I love anything. I mean, that's half my problem sometimes, is I want to buy every book, I want to buy every sharp knife and pots and pans, and I want to have all of these lovely things. But like, honestly, it's a little bit too much sometimes, and I need to take a step back and, you know, possibly with makeup, like if it's just a small thing of bringing back like my makeup radar videos. Honestly, those videos really helped me wind in my kind of sporadic impulsive purchasing when it came to beauty. And with my wardrobe, I just need to stop buying clothes. Like, I do not need more clothes. Sometimes I buy clothes because they're on offer just to try them on and go, that was fun, to not even like half the clothes that I purchase. Like, that's so stupid. That's dumb. That's a dumb choice. And I need to stop doing that, because similar to Hannah, what Hannah said, you know, I'm probably going to enjoy my life just exactly the same, if not more, without doing these things, without purchasing, without having more and more and more in my life. I think these videos came at a good time for me because Jake and I are looking, hopefully, to move and buy like a house, a little family house, at some point later on this year. That is kind of like our little goal. Is to purchase a house this year, or to get on the market at least. And in order to do that, it would be really, really lovely for me to not have the world's supply of everything when we move. It'd be really nice to maybe declutter, have a bit less than I've got right now, or just no more than I have now. That would be really nice. And it would be nice for by the time we move, if I have less or just the same amount of stuff. So between now and whenever we move, which again might hopefully be the end of this year, depending on what we find and, you know, the situation of the I was gonna say like financial world, but just like the market, it'd be nice to be in a position where I haven't got so much stuff that I'm again overwhelmed by it. It's like that saying of you can have too much of a good thing, and I think I have currently got too much of a good thing. Yeah, I found this whole topic quite an interesting thought and quite fun, and again I really liked Hannah's videos where she kind of discussed this in a far better way than I have done today. So I do genuinely encourage you to go check those videos out. Like I said, I've linked them in the eye for you. I'm just going to go away and tidy this fallout situation I've got, put some mascara, eyebrows on, and then I will be back to wrap up this video. I don't think I can bother to fully brush my hair and sort it out, so we'll just throw it behind me so no one can see. So what am I going to do after this video? I think for me, shopping is going to be approached in a slightly different way. Have the whole idea of the fantasy self in the forefront of my mind, and kind of just be a little bit more, like, I was going to say smarter with my purchases, but I don't think I make like stupid purchases. But honestly, like, I've got a few hauls that are coming up, and I've purchased quite a lot from them. And I think for me, like, looking at the hauls I have currently under my desk ready to show you all, I think I should reintroduce my makeup radar. I think that would be really helpful for me. And I know you guys really enjoyed this video, so I don't really know why I stopped. They were just a little bit of ag to edit, but like, honestly, that is going to really help me. So I'm going to reintroduce those. I'm also going to just enjoy, be in the moment with other things I enjoy, and not have to buy, like, have all the gear and no idea, you know, like, just enjoy cooking. Don't have to buy another pan. Don't have to buy a crusade pot. You can just enjoy your, like, Nan's hammer down. I just want to have a different perspective, I think, and just be a little bit more aware. And yeah, if you guys have enjoyed this video and you've enjoyed just the topic of talking around the fantasy self and shopping as a whole, just talk to me down below about this general topic. I know I've been a little bit like here, there and everywhere about it, but just Hannah's videos really inspired me to just kind of delve a little bit deeper within myself about why I shop, how I feel accomplished, my fantasy self, where I want to be, what I want to do. And I don't necessarily feel like I've got an answer to that right now. I probably need to sit down and think about it further, other than like just typing some minutes on my phone at 1 in the morning. But I thought it was quite thought-provoking, and that's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have enjoyed today's video, do not forget to give me a good old thumbs up. Hit subscribe. It's free. All you do is have a YouTube account. It's all free. So hit subscribe if you do enjoy my content, then you can see more videos from me. If you also ring the bell, you'll be notified of when those videos upload. So do all those lovely things for me. Very much appreciated. And comment down below if you've got any thoughts on these topics. I know it's been a little bit here, there and everywhere, but I've really enjoyed just delving deeper and asking myself some thought-provoking questions. All the makeup I have on my face today is going to be in the description bar down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really do love you guys. I hope you take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!